I don't think there were that many teams when I go through and look at their farm systems like that I think did what the Nationals did last year, right? That catapulted
The
themselves up
closest,
lists.
there is one team maybe. The
Which team?
closest, the Mets.
Yeah, and look
They
at what
got
But
the
they
they had
were
to
close.
never in
do
a
to do it.
terrible position. They weren't they
Oh,
in this,
okay.
like,
They weren't
terrible
at the very
position.
bottom, but they did the most in terms of adding prospects. They're the only one.
They did.
They're the only team that got a top 60 prospect off of Keith Law's list.
See, so
it's
that just
become
reinforces there just weren't a lot of top players moved.
Exactly. I was looking at that while you were talking to reinforce your point. 100%. Like I think there's prospect hugging. There's the 2020 lost year. You know, there's some things going on there. The game is getting younger, and so we're using our the prospects are making the big leagues quicker. So you know, you like, for example, if you think, oh, I'm trading this 18-year-old. I think in the past you might be like, oh, it's going to be like 4 years till he makes the big leagues. Good luck with that, dude. But now you can kind of be like, well, he's 18. We might throw him in Double-A next year. He might be, you know, he might taste the big leagues by the time he's 20, you know? So I think we're seeing people being more aggressive in the minor leagues. And also that means hugging their prospects harder because, and scouting rookie leagues, right? Because, you know, you kind of have to keep going younger and younger you have to go get Tatis, right? The reason Tatis was traded was because he was a kid. He was in low A or something. So everyone's looking for that Shields for Tatis trade now. Even Gleyber Torres, when Gleyber Torres was traded for Aroldis Chapman, wasn't he in the lower minors and pretty young? Like, you know, I think that that's the idea, is to try and get this young guy that you scouted that's in rookie ball and you figured out that he's going to be good. But I do like what the Mets did in terms of selling. They went and just, you know, they decided they were going to buy prospects, and they spent $90 million on Max Scherzer and Justin Verlander in the future. And I don't think that by math, I mentioned this earlier, by the math that's out there, they did not do that well. Because if you add up what they got 250 value prospects and a 45. By Driveline, that should have cost them 65 to 70 million. But hey, you know, 90 million instead of 70 million, they're the ones that got the best prospects at the trade deadline. And so, you know, I think they did it right for what they decided to do.
And because of the luxury tax threshold that they're in, dumping some salary in the future does make a different sort of impact for them too, which is, you know, pretty bizarre.